goes up to the bridge and like it's malfunctioned, so he has to shoot it to pop it open. And when they pan out, they're like, you could have walked around.
Yeah, that's right. What's up, kids? Click subscribe. Mike and Charles, the two gaming dudes. I'm sorry, no jokes. We got to get right into it because episode 3 of Obi Wan Kenobi was fucking nuts.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. Okay.
You're happy with the direction of the show thus far?
I am. I honestly am happy with the direction of this show.
As am I.
Which is, and we're going to get it, I'm going to get a little bit more into this, which completely goes against all of my favorite YouTube critics out there.
Really? They're not liking it?
They're pissed about it. They're like, they're not just unhappy. They're like angry about it. And I'll get more into that in a minute, but let's talk about what we thought first.
Okay, here's what I think. I like the show very, very much. I've gotten past the abortion of the Grand Inquisitor.
All right.
I just don't want to think about it anymore. It's a major fuck up, and if they don't address it later on, then it's an even more major fuck up. But for now, let me just enjoy the show.
Fair enough.
The big pink elephant in the room. And I feel a little bad because in the last episode, we were a little critical of Moses Ingram's performance. Because she's not a good actress. She's really not.
She's not the best, no.
And now I feel a little weird about that because she's getting all kinds of fucking racist shit online. I'm like, it is one thing to critique that she's not a good actress.
That's fine.
They did the same shit with Kelly Tran as Rose Tika.
I remember.
When they hacked her Wikipedia page and her real name is Ching Chong and she's from Ching Chong, China.
Yeah, this is just stupid stuff. And I'm like, I don't.
Right, it was like,
does that?
Number one, she's from San Diego. Number two, her lineage is Vietnamese, not Chinese. And number three, fuck you. Who is this fucking small subsect of Star Wars fans? Who the fuck are these people?
I have no idea. I don't get it.
Nobody I know in the Star Wars community is like that. Who the fuck are these people?
One of the conspiracy theories is it's actually Disney just to build hype for their own stuff. Like they have this, like they hired out these people who make all these crazy racist remarks online just to build all this.
I don't buy it. There's no way.
I can't buy that either because that just sounds too ridiculous. Anyway.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, you're good. So what happened in this episode?
You know,
we can actually like go through some of the things that happened in this episode and tear it down from there.
Although, just to backtrack, that racist shit, that would never happen with the Star Trek fan base. I'm just saying, it's a different fan base. A little higher educated, maybe a little higher. Okay.
So I don't know. J.J. Abrams might be trying to
that
turn
lousy
that a little bit.
Motherfucker. Despite his best efforts,
right.
Star Trek is still the more intelligent. Forget the abortion that was Picard and Discovery, and all the J.J. Abrams films. I wish you would start watching Strange New Worlds.
I wish I would too.
Anyway, okay. Right. So they escape to the mining planet because Kamal Nanjiani is some kind of secret agent. He's like, I guess they will help you escape.
Contact, so all right, cool, fine, whatever.
But their contact isn't there, so they hitch a ride on an Imperial transport
with Zach Braff,
and they get busted.
Zach Braff as a mole man with little mole whiskers that move, and
then the Imperial officer is actually a rebel spy, and she helps them escape.
Well, first they pick up those one group of 4 stormtroopers who are just the dumbest stormtroopers ever. But then you think about like A New Hope and all the ones that come afterwards, and you're like, actually, these stormtroopers
they're all dumb.
Dumb. They're really dumb.
They're the stupidest people. Yeah.
The clone troopers were smarter, I think.
Yeah. Well, they were programmed to do a job.
Right. And now they just got some dudes.
Yeah.
And they just throw helmets on them, and they're like, all right, welcome to the Navy.
You're a high school dropout. It's okay.
In you go. Some weird backwater planet no one's ever heard of. You farm.
You're illiterate as fuck. You've never held a book in your life. It's okay. We'll read the manual to you.
welcome in. So yeah,
It does make
that,
sense.
That did not like break Star Wars
No.
for me. With that, the stormtroopers were dumb.
They're always
They're
dumb.
always dumb.
And then they escape. They get to the city on this mining town. They're going to get to a spaceport. But oh no, Darth Vader has arrived. And we see the reunion finally.
A little bit. This is like the reunion teaser, I think.
guess.
Like this isn't like the full reunion. This isn't the big lightsaber battle that we were all dreaming of yet. We're still in episode 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
This is that midpoint where everything is supposed to come crashing down. Nothing works. You know, your plans are all foiled. The good guys are in the worst situation possible, and now is when you start building stuff back up.
Unfortunately, it did prove your fan theory correct that little baby Leia is going to be in every fucking episode.
Told you.
And you're right, I hate kid shit.
I do. I don't like her.
There's no.
I mean,
fuck. It's fine.
I'm trying not to hate her.
Fine,
but I just got to think about kid actors.
Got any threes? No? Go fish, nigga!
I'm not crazy about him.
And boy, talk about some obscure ass shit. Master Quinlan Voss was here. And I had to like, Beetroot, who's Quinlan Voss? You remember in those 2 episodes of Clone Wars? He's like, he can track stuff and feel an object, and he's got the red paint or the yellow paint under his eyes. Oh.
Random, but all right.
Is
I
that,
guess.
I mean, we saw him in Rebels.
Yeah,
So he's alive. Are we going to see him? Of all the characters to bring back, that fucking dork ass.
the Native American Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went there. You're welcome.
So Reva gets Leia and takes off, and so the story must continue. Now he has to track her down again.
Right. So there's a moment when they reach the laser bridge,
Yeah.
and Obi-Wan makes short work of those stormtroopers, and then goes up to the bridge and it's malfunctioned, so he has to shoot it to pop it open. And when they pan out, they're like, you could have walked around.
Yeah, that's right.
And
It's one of those swing gates.
Right? And my brain did go to, there's huge space on either side. And my brain did go to, because he's going to steal the truck.
And then they
Nope.
left the truck.
Left the truck.
I
He's
noticed
on
that
foot.
too. Like, why are you walking? There's a serviceable vehicle right.
And you just
What are you
blew up the
doing?
bridge, or the gate. Isn't that why you did that to the gate and didn't walk around? It was 5 feet. Anyway, that was just
Another moment just like that.
Made me giggle.
During the fight, Vader's beating the shit out of Kenobi.
Right.
And then he ignites some kind of fuel on fire, and the ground is on fire.
Right?
You know, that's what they use as a distraction so he can escape. Because, oh no, fire. Just go around the fire. You don't have to end the pursuit. Just walk around the fire and continue on after him.
I was curious.
He
what's,
escaped.
What's on the other side? Because they never turned the camera the other way. Maybe there was a big mountain there. I don't know, but
I guess. But again,
it also made me giggle. That I was like, you telling me that when Darth Vader commissioned his suit and they had it made and they're like, do you want anything special on your suit? I'd really like it to be fireproof. Really? You don't know. I want it fireproof, lava-proof, fireproof. I want to be able to walk in lava and be fine, please.
we can do that.
That would have been number 1 on my priority list.
Yeah. A lot more than can have a cool helmet that looks scary.
I don't know. That might have been number
That
2.
too, I
but,
guess.
but number 1, fireproof.
So far, I'm very much enjoying the show.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just very curious about this subsect of fans, this toxic fan base. I have to imagine it is a very, very small number of very, very loudmouths on Twitter.
Probably.
I can't imagine there are very many.
I can't imagine, but just the few
Am I
that
wrong?
there are,
Maybe
I think the few that there are just loud. They're just, they're always on social media, and they're just going to tell everybody what they're thinking, and nobody wants to hear it, nobody wants to see it.
Well, I'm almost hesitant to bring up this point because I don't want to be associated with these fucking people.
Fair enough.
For a moment, I almost felt guilty making fun of the girl. because I went back and looked at some interviews of her as an actress, just promoting stuff.
Right.
And I looked at clips. I didn't realize she was the best friend from Queen's Gambit, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Excellent
realize
show.
that.
She really just does talk like that. She has a very inner city vibe about her. That's just her way of talking.
Sure.
So I was glad that they didn't direct her to do that. It doesn't make sense if this is the only episode you've watched, but we made this point, but they pointed out that you are gutter trash, you're a piece of shit, you don't belong here. And then she was talking in this American ghetto,
Yeah.
I don't want to say accent, this fucking speech pattern.
It wasn't. It's
Like a
an
speech
accent.
pattern. And I didn't know if Disney did that intentionally. Thank God they didn't. That's just how the girl talks.
That's just how she
Like,
talks. So,
okay.
That's fine.
But who are the fucking assholes that go on Twitter saying you don't belong in Star Wars, calling her all kinds of nigger shit? I'm like, what? Who the fuck are
does
you
that?
people? Dude, you're talking about an entire galaxy. There can't be brown people. There can be fucking mole men with fingers on their mouth and hammerhead shark people, but you can't have brown-skinned people? What the fucking fuck?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it the same assholes that were mad when John Boyega took his helmet off and like, oh, a stormtrooper. Oh, it's a black guy. Is it the same fucking angry people? Oh my God, they have a Vietnamese girl in Star Wars? How stupid and gay is that?
Fucking
What the fuck,
really?
man? Fuck off. Basically, you make the fan base look fucking stupid.
And as fans, we really wish you wouldn't.
I don't think that's asking too much.
All right, so that's the toxic fans. Now, I want to talk about the angry critics. So the angry critics are angry about a couple of things, and I really want to address this. One of the things they're super angry about is they've broken down Obi Wan Kenobi. They keep comparing him to old Luke, where he's just useless. He can't do anything. He's pathetic. He needs to be saved all the time by everybody around him because he can't actually accomplish anything on his own.
Well, number one, they're just plain wrong. That's what the Jedi do. They retract and they run away. Yoda fucking did it. Ben did it and ran off to Tatooine. It's what they do. Like, oh fuck, sever myself from the Force and just become a hermit.
Right.
It's what they fucking do. So that's shit about people getting mad about old man Luke. He's following the pattern. It's what they fucking do. Oh my God, I failed. I have to abandon this life and just get out of the way before I do more damage. It makes perfect fucking sense.
Number two, he's been through a lot of shit. And it makes sense to me that he would be broken the way that he is. Like, that made perfect sense to me. There have been other characters that they've broken down before that I got frustrated with. Like, I don't think you should have broken these people down. They ended heroic and they should maintain that heroic image. Like Han Solo, for one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a character that ever needed to be broken down into this pathetic old man.
Let him be Han.
Let him be Han.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, however, no, this makes perfect sense. He lost everything. He blames himself for all the bad shit in the world, that in the galaxy that's going on. Yeah, he's broken.
And it's been 10 years, and he buried his lightsaber for 10 years and hasn't picked it up in a decade. He's
Yes.
gonna suck.
He's gonna suck. He's cut himself off from the Force. He barely remembers how to even reach out to it anymore.
Yeah.
So all of this works for me. Like, this makes sense. Every time he's done something really heroic, it's been muscle memory. It's been reaction. Now, we've got 3 episodes to go, and I do want to see him take that heroic
course he
arc.
will.
You know, I want to see that bend. I want to see him come back and be, the Obi-Wan that we hope he will become. And I think he will.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So that was one. The other thing that the critics are pissed off about is it's the same actress again, but they're
Moses Ingram.
Yeah, but they're not mad because of her skin color. They're mad because she's female. They're mad because it's another, like the MCU and all that. They're mad because, oh, you brought in this female and she's like better than Vader and she's better than everybody else.
She's not better than Vader.
No.
She's clearly beneath. He is clearly at the top of the food chain, and they all are striving to please him.
Yes. And
What is the problem with female fucking action heroes? Who
There's
gives
nothing-
a fucking shit?
I don't care. I just,
That's what they're angry about.
yeah.
That one of the
they-
Inquisitors is a girl.
Yes, and that the girl
Even though
is
Asajj Ventress, the coolest fucking character we've ever seen in Star Wars, is a hot bald girl.
Yes.
Fuck!
Right? Now I get it. They're kind of jaded with some of the stuff that's happened before, not even in Star Wars and like the MCU and all those. So they just go into it looking for it and expecting it, and they find it. But this time I really don't think it's there. I think they're pulling it out of their ass this time. Sorry, Drinker. I like you, but I feel like you pulled that one out of your ass. I have to disagree with that one.
Listen, we are the first ones to call out woke casting, or message signaling, virtue signaling, shit like that, where clearly Disney is just doing something stupid to look how progressive and not homophobic we are. When it's an obvious ploy, we call that shit out.
Yes.
This is not that.
Not
this is
time.
a character who is a strong villain, and she happens to be a girl. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. And so far, she's had her ass handed to her by the Asian dude who was like, "That's not your chair." And she's like, "Oh, yep." And then obviously she's trying to please Vader, and they're like, "Oh, she's just proving herself to be so much better than Obi Wan." I'm like, she hasn't gone up against Obi Wan at all yet. Yeah. She's tracked him a couple of times, but he has evaded her every single time.
Right.
So
Inquisitor
we haven't seen that.
Inquisitor himself said, "Remember who you are."
Yeah.
The least of us.
Yeah.
So it's okay that she's got a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah.
She's a real, properly fleshed out character. Only a Star Wars fucking fanatic could be angry about that.
Yeah.
What do you mean Kenobi showed character development in an arc, like in a realistic way? No. He should be exactly the same as... Fuck off. This is why you are a stupider fan base than Star Trek fans. This is why.
Yeah.
Trek fans would understand this. Star Wars fans are a stupider demographic. They just are.
He's not the same person he was. No, he's not.
No fucking shit.
Did you remember
Neither are
what
you
happened?
from 10 years ago. Whoever the dumb fuck you are. Fuck.
From a story point, I think they're getting it right here. Now, that's not to say that this is perfect by any means. Obi-Wan is not a perfect show.
Okay.
It's got flaws, but it's honestly good. It is a good show.
And that means a lot coming from us.
It really does, because, come on, let's face it, I hate a lot of
like
stuff,
shit.
and he hates a lot more stuff than I do. I tried to get him to watch some really good shit, too, and he's just like, this is fucking
No, you haven't.
click.
No, you haven't. You tried to get me to watch some ridiculous bullshit. Last Airbender. Shut the fuck up.
All right, we're here with some of the younger first fans for The Last Airbender, and we'll start with the youngest. What do you think?
It sucked.
It sucked.
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
I really didn't like it.
I tried. Oh well. Anyway, I'd love to know in the comments, what side of the fence are you on? Did you agree with us? Do you agree with some of those other critics out there? I only name dropped one of them, but there's like a couple of them. I don't know. But I'd love to know. So toss some comments down there. Give us your feedback on the show so far. We're only into the 3rd episode. We got 3 more to go. And I'm really hoping for great stuff.
I think it's going to end in a giant crescendo. It has to end with another confrontation between Ben and Vader.
Absolutely.
And Ben somehow kind of wins it, but he can't really win it. It's like, a presence I've not felt since he kicked my ass on that mining planet 10 years ago. Now it changes.
Yeah.
Help me, Obi Wan Kenobi. You helped my father during the Clone Wars, and you saved my ass when I was a little kid, too.
Oh, there was a... You know what? I got to throw that in. Well, hope you haven't left quite yet. There was one more thing that they were angry about, and it actually was that, where they just retconned it, where suddenly her message doesn't make any sense. So I went back and watched it. I went back and watched A New Hope, and the message that she delivers. I mean, she never straight up says, "You're the one that saved me,"
right.
But when Luke frees her from the prison, and he's like, "I'm here with Obi-Wan, and he's with me now," and she jumps out of that thing going, "Obi-Wan, oh my God, he's here!" He's like, "Yeah, come on," and she's just like crazy excited that, "Oh my God, you brought him! Like he's actually here."
That is a small little,
and
that is not the type of
thing,
retcon that we should be angry about.
No,
Dead Grand Inquisitor, that's a different retcon.
That's something different.
When I first met your father, he was already an excellent pilot. I don't seem to recall ever owning a droid. These are major fucking retcons that we can complain about.
Yes.
This? Come on, bullshit.
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
All right.
So leave poor Kelly Marie Tran out of this, man. If you want to throw some anti-Asian hate somewhere, leave a comment about Charles.
Bring it here. Bring it.
Who's about
Bring it.
As I've said, he's as Korean as my grandmother's lasagna. But
Asian is the other.
but
people.
genetically, I guess.
You could say the same thing about the actress from Star Wars, but
Right. She's as Chinese as my grandma's lasagna.
all right. We didn't even talk about Obi-Wan, the mention of Obi-Wan's brother, but we'll get to that in another episode because I'm actually hoping that materializes into something because it'd be kind of cool to see this other random Jedi flying around.
Is he going to get a spin-off show too?
Why not?
He's the brother that stayed. He didn't get selected to go be a Jedi.
I don't know. He'll be in the sitcom, Star Wars sitcom.
I hope they don't do a Lower Decks. Star Wars.
Well, that's a moment of Star Trek embarrassment, isn't it?
Fuck. And there's a lot of Star Trek to be embarrassed
man.
about.
All right. We'll catch you.
Click subscribe.
Later.